know how many times this orange-headed beast lied. He lied so damn much I could not keep up. One, he said that there was actual talks between him and Iran. There are no fucking talks. And the regime changes happened after y'all assassinated their leaders. Two, he said he's taking out their navy, their air.
Alright guys, welcome back to this channel and I hope you are all doing good. What happens when a foreign government sends a direct message? What happens when foreign governments or a foreign government sends a direct message to black Americans, not to politicians of America, not to any other politicians? I'm telling you, they have sent a crucial direct message to black Americans, to the people of the black Americans specifically. Yes, what happens when that message directly contradicts everything that they have always been told? Guys, today we are here diving into this powerful and controversial moment that has black Americans talking. This controversial moment that has black Americans questioning and also they are reacting in real time. So guys, let's get into these clips. I'll be coming back with more commentaries, and in case of any thoughts, kindly feel free to let me know in the comment section. Otherwise, stay tuned.
I want to talk to you guys about this letter, right? The letter that the Iranian president has issued out to the American citizens, to the United States citizens. Number one, it was to the United States citizens, not the United States government. Mind you, the United States government has been pleading for weeks now, for about 2 weeks, to have conversations with Iran, and Iran has denied it each and every time. They came to us. That's a red flag. So already before even reading it, I'm already like, this is not a good sign. After reading it, I'm like, oh no, this is definitely not a good sign. Now, y'all could correct me if I'm wrong, right? But my understanding, my perception of this letter is that this is Iran's last attempt in them defending themselves, explaining their stance, and also issuing out the truth to the United States citizens. This is their last time trying to explain everything to us. And when I say that this is their last time explaining to us, this is their last time explaining before everything that's about to go down actually goes down. Because once that starts, right? Once that phase of this war begins, Iran will not have time to explain to you all, United States citizens, why everything is going down the way that it's going down. They are giving us this last opportunity to basically accept the truth at our own discretion. The way that Iran organized that letter, they said everything that they needed to say. Everything that they needed to say. They started off with their history, highlighting that they have one of the oldest civilizations in history, and that throughout their entire history, not once have they ever initiated a war. Iran's president stated that throughout the entire existence of Iran, that they do not have one moment in history that supports or provides evidence that Iran has ever supported or condoned colonialism, destruction, domination, has initiated any war ever, that they have never imposed any type of sanction that has impacted the civilians of any nation. They broke that down, unlike the United States. After stating that historical fact, Iran in the letter states that portraying Iran as a threat is neither consistent with historical reality nor with present-day observable facts. And in the letter, they say all of that to explain how is it that your government was able to successfully run this propaganda about us, Iran, starting the war when we don't even have the history that supports that we are capable of this, that we do this. They are trying to make you, the American citizen, who is supposed to be the reader, understand exactly what's going on. A country that has never, throughout its entire history, who is older than the United States, has never initiated a war, yet the United States was able to successfully spread propaganda about this country and this war. Let that sink in. In the letter, they then, Iran, explained to everybody that the Iranian people have no hate towards the American citizens, towards any European, towards anybody, to be honest. Right? That they, right, in their government has always made the clear distinction between government and the people. You understand how that distinction is deeply rooted in principle and collective consciousness, something that we don't have here in the United States. He pointed it out. That statement was not only made to disgrace and shame the United States government, but also the citizens, the active citizens that elected these people into these positions. And then right before the letter ends, you're now at the point, if you're reading it, right? You are 3/4 into the letter. Iran poses the fundamental question, exactly which of the American people's interests are truly being served by this war? Was there any objective threat from Iran to justify such behavior? They're asking you, the United States citizens, what did they do to deserve this? What can your government, the American government, say to justify such actions? What did they do?
They barely got anything. If they barely got anything, why the fuck are they taking out Israel left and right? Inflation is not down. It's almost at 4%. Economy is not booming. It's barely making it. We are steady at the moment. Employment is between 4.4 and 4.6. Low hire and we gonna fire. Gas is around $4 a goddamn gallon. None of our allies are coming to our rescue. He lied on service members, family members, talking about they told him to finish the job. They did not say that shit. All he did was try to boast about himself and how great he was doing and how great he did at removing Obama's trading deal with Iran. He also lied about Iran being the ones that attacked first. When it came to Wigs R Us bragging about those B-2 bombers he did last year, baby, we didn't hit shit. They confirmed it. Strait of Hormuz still belongs to Iran. They still popping off on everybody.
You, the American citizens, they want you guys to open up your eyes and see what the fuck is going on. All of these actions that the United States government is implementing, is imposing, on whose interest, on behalf of whose interest are they for? Iran stated multiple times in that letter that they will defend themselves, and they are defending themselves, that they will not stand down. This letter is their last attempt in explaining their position to the United States citizens before what goes down actually goes the fuck down. That's it.
Right, mama. We don't have a ceasefire deal. There are no communications. And our economy is suffering for it. And we're losing service members because of it. And all that motherfucker can do out there is just brag about what he's done. He's done nothing. He's a fucking idiot.
And I'm just going to sum it up. Basically, he said to the right, to MAGA, to fucking Republicans, the Republican Party, right? This is basically what he says. You're being fucking misled by your fucking government. Open your fucking eyes. You're being lied to every day. And if you want to know the latest lie that he told, he says that Iran is begging for a ceasefire, and Iran comes back and checks his ass and says, no, we're not. We're in this for the long haul. Iran has never initiated war. If you go through your history, right? They've always reacted. And this is not the first time the American government has meddled in Iranian affairs. I don't know if you guys know this, but back in 1952, they meddled in their political structure and took them from moving towards a democracy and brought them back into a dictatorship. So Iran is a little bit fucking bitter. But while you thought you were suppressing them, Iran says they've grown 30%. We all know that they have the oil and they're strategically positioned. And they're saying they're in it. And as long as the United States continues to go after them, they will continue to defend themselves. And so he is begging the American people, does this war benefit you? As our economy and our gas prices are going up, I just want you to know that this is going to cost us trillions. We're already into the billions a day. And it's just rising. It's a conflict that involves 17 fucking nations and is growing. This does not benefit us. But you know who it does benefit? Who does it benefit that's over there? Remember they were trying to make that strip? Remember that? Remember that strip? That's who it benefits the most.
So guys, as you continue watching, Black Americans, they are speaking out after this shocking revelation involving a letter sent to them from Iran to the American people. One that raises serious questions about leadership, about truth, and global narratives. That is why I decided to make this video, because I just want to break down this powerful message reportedly issued by the Iranian government and why it's sparking intense reactions across the Black American community. Yes, so the letter, it challenges the narrative pushed by Donald Trump, the president, questioning whether the war and rising tensions truly serve the American people. It is also drawing a clear line between government and citizens, and it's emphasizing that Iran holds no hostility towards ordinary Americans while calling for truth, diplomacy, and accountability. Now the Black Americans are reacting. They are analyzing the message, they are exposing contradictions, and asking deeper questions about media narratives, about political agendas, and who really benefits from global conflict. Guys, is the truth finally being revealed, or is this another layer of propaganda in a complex geopolitical struggle? Guys, this is a raw and filtered reaction, and you really don't have to miss this. Let's just watch till the end and join the conversation. I'll be back with more commentaries. Otherwise, stay tuned.
Because those are the ones that are saying that Iran is this big threat. But there's no history of that. Now, don't get me wrong, right? We're going to have terrorists always from Iraq. We're going to have them from everywhere. But at the end of the day, wake the fuck up. The world is telling you to wake up. Take Iran out of this motherfucker. The world is telling you to wake up. And Republican Party, MAGA, you are destroying our fucking country. You are destroying our country. You're destroying our reputation. You are destroying the position that we had in the fucking world. And it's only getting worse by the day. I paid $5 per gas the other day. And if any fucking body wants me to give them the numbers from when Biden was president, I will fucking gladly do so because I still fucking have them. I challenge you. We're already $39 trillion in debt to other countries, China being one of them. But I digress. Yeah.
Iran just released a letter to the United States civilians basically saying put up or shut up. They released a letter to us basically exposing everything that the United States president and the executive branch is lying about. And they basically said, we're not your enemy. Iran wrote that letter because whatever comes next, if we don't stop it, they're not responsible for. Iran just wrote a letter to the United States civilians the way that Osama bin Laden wrote a letter in 2002 and 2009. And Osama bin Laden wrote a letter to the American people saying why he was attacking and doing 9/11. It was because of Palestine. Not because of just Israel, but because of the United States actions in Palestine. 9/11 had to do with a CIA agent that went rogue because he saw exactly what he wasn't taught. The lie. And as somebody that studied outside of the United States of America in South Africa and England, the lie is that they're telling you the truth. Iran just gave us our last warning. And I need to figure out what the fuck to do about it. Or they're gonna hit soil.
Guys, here is what happens. Let me tell you what is going on. Reports are now circulating about this letter from Iran, and it's addressed in a way that speaks directly to the American people, but resonating specifically or especially with Black Americans. And in that message, there is one major claim being made, that the narrative being pushed by Donald Trump about Iran war and the global tensions is not the full truth. Now, whether you agree or disagree, one thing is clear, that these have sparked serious conversations. Yes, we are seeing Black Americans reacting. Black Americans are not just sitting back on this one. People are asking real questions. Why would Iran specifically try to reach out like this? Why speak in a tone that separates everyday Americans from their government? And more importantly, why are so many people starting to question what they have been told? For many, this is not just about taking sides. It is about recognizing a pattern where communities, especially black communities, have historically been caught in the middle of political decisions they never made. Yes, let's be honest for a second. You know, truth in leadership has been shaky for a very long time. From the past wars to the present day conflicts, there has always been that lingering question: who is telling the truth? And who benefits from the story being told? And now, with this letter surfacing, it's adding fuel to that fire. Some see it as exposure, others see it as strategy, and some are just trying to make sense of it all. But here is where it hits deeper. Black Americans, in particular, are looking at this from a unique perspective. A history of being overlooked, a history of being misrepresented, and sometimes used as pawns in larger systems. So when a message like this one comes out, it does not just land politically, it lands personally. Yes. And let me talk of, let's keep it real. Every government has its own agenda, and every message, whether from the United States or Iran, comes with a purpose. Yes. So the real question is not just, is this true? The real question is, why is this being said and why now? Yes, this is bigger than one letter. It's about awareness. It is about questioning narratives. And it's about people, especially Black Americans, deciding for themselves what to believe instead of blindly accepting what is handed to them. So what do you think? Is this letter exposing truth, or is it just another form of propaganda? Guys, just drop your thoughts in the comments. I really want to hear where you stand on this. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more real and filtered conversations like this one. Because in times like these, staying informed is power. Yes. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Of course, all credit belongs to the original creators of the video. In this video, it's meant for educational purposes and commentary purposes as well. And in case you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell so that you don't miss on the next one. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for your love. Be blessed. Peace be with you. Until the next one.